Okay, let's serve Nihal with h4 as well. You know, it worked against OPRian, so why not again? No bullshit b6 response from Nihal, of course. So now I'm just playing a Queen's Gambit, or in this case a Tarsh defense, where h4 is, I mean, it's not like clear that it's useful, but it's also not clear that it's bad. Okay. Should I go a3 first? No, let's go knight f3. Now we're basically just playing a Tarrasch with an extra h4, and yeah, I don't know if that's amazing, but it's usually like a decent attacking move in the Queen's Gambit. Yeah, now the problem is that I cannot get. I don't have time for Queen e2, so I should probably try and trade then. Queen c7. I mean, that's logical with my pawn on h4 is trying to attack. I don't know. It feels like the pawn on h4 is kind of useful. Knight g5 maybe, knight e4 to come. Yeah, this is solid. This is not easy to crack, actually. You can go g4, but that's a little bit too much, I think. But otherwise, I'm probably struggling to equalize here, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, let's go this. Also, yeah, I don't have a plan here. Yeah, you could have also gone 95 there, which I think was fairly strong. Okay, now I'm gonna try and bail out small. Okay, I'm in full bailout mode. Be very happy to make a draw at this point. But I'm happy to get the queens off. But I'm sort of stuck with the wrong bishop here, because my pawns are on light squares, and the queen side has the same color as my bishop, so that restricts mine, and they could be targets for his bishop. I think now he's trying to decide whether to trade the knight for my bishop or not. Okay, he did, which I don't think that was correct. Yeah, this was almost definitely wrong. And he also missed this e4, and if rook f2, then rook c7. Or I'm almost certain that he missed this. Oh, I also had rook before. Yeah. Sort of trying to win now, maybe. Rook d7 back. Wow, that's a major concession. Okay. Trying to see if I can do anything. e5. Probably rook d2 is good. But doesn't go for it. Ah, this was just stupid. Yeah, this was really dumb. I have no idea why I decided to do this. I mean, what the fuck was I thinking? I was thinking like check and rook d7, bishop d5, take f7, but I just missed king g8 back, and I'm just worse. What am I doing? I should still be fine though, or sort of fine. Maybe I'm better. He's really short of moves now. I take with the knight. I think that was panic. Huh, this is still not clear. Yeah, my pawns are just running now. Oh, not really. What a mess again. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Leon Luke Mendonca from India. Another very strong young player. I don't think he's quite as good as Pragg, but certainly very talented as well. And he's from Team Kramnik. So we're just gonna get it going and vary the openings, obviously. Oh, c6. He does the weird move order for the Slav. The only worry about this one is that bishop f4 is possible, but I'm sure he has something prepared here. And here the trick is knight e4, queen c2. If queen d4, there's e3. So apparently this is the way that people play. I wish I knew how to play against it, but I don't. e3, there's bishop f5. How does that work? Bishop d3. d4. dc4. Bishop e4. Bishop b4. Queen e4. Queen b2. He wins the rook, but I may trap his queen. But it probably doesn't work. Okay, let's go f3 first. I should know these lines, but unfortunately I don't.
Unfortunately, the idiots in the back are not here today. So, if there are any problems with the stream quality, that's the issue. Okay, interesting. Queen a5, so I guess I'll go knight d2, and he'll probably exchange. Or maybe he will go back, thinking that knight d2 is a concession. Who knows? Yeah, let's have some fun. Castle queenside. This probably isn't very good. But then again, where's the fun in playing good moves? Knight d7, I'm not convinced about. Probably should take on d5 actually. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I was thinking if e4, then d4, fe4, e5. But now if d4, fe4, e5, I get the c4 square for my bishop, and that should give me some extra opportunities. Now I think we'll just develop. If he wants to go d4, fe4, take on d4, be my guest. I'm fine with that. But I think he would just lose way too much time with development. Oh yeah, I see the mods are working now. Is there always so much spam? Or is it just that I'm usually not paying attention to chat? I think there probably is. Anyway, now I think he has to develop with g6. But his position feels a bit fishy. I think I'll just go e5 actually. I don't think I can break through in the center. And e5, as soon as I can sort of get the king away from the file, this will just give me a positional edge. And he's spending way too much time here. Okay, now I think I'll go f4, f5. If he'd castled there, that would have been pretty much suicide due to f5. Sorry, h4, h5. Okay, so he has found an idea here, which is a little bit annoying, in that he wants to go for e6 after I move the rook, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. So I'll just play positionally. If I give a check, are there any tricks? I think there probably are. Yeah, let's try. Probably should just go king f8. Yeah, I was hoping for knight d7 and I had some sick tricks there. But no, you should just run the king. And after I spent that much time, I'll probably have to flag another game here. Hopefully I will be winning on position by the time that I hopefully get to flag him. Queen f3. This, I think, improved my position quite a bit. Okay, this was a bit unfortunate. He exchanges. I will go bishop b4, restricting his pieces. Queen f3. Let's get that bishop in there. Win a pawn. Oh, he just... Okay, I'll trade. That's fine. Bishop goes away. We'll just trade that. King c5 next. Oh, he's fighting well. Fighting really well. I guess all the young dudes do that. But now he's got no chance. I got way too much time here. I don't have auto queen. That's unfortunate. Praggnanandhaa, third youngest GM of all time. So he's obviously gonna be a very strong opponent. And he goes for the London. Wow. That was unexpected. What should I do? Let me go for my old favorite. The system that... Oh, seriously, I've actually run into this in some banter blitz before. So annoying. Okay, whatever. It's not that this line is absolutely great for white, it's just that I was hoping to play a more sort of classical game. But you can't always get what you want. What should I do? A6, preparing b5 maybe? Trying to stay flexible. Maybe d5 is the move? I guess I can take it. d5, knight e7, I guess e4. You can go e4 now as well. Yeah, whatever. We're trying to play a complicated game here, but I have a feeling, considering the strength of my opponent in this particular game, that I may eventually regret it, or I may not. You know. Anyway, what I'm doing here is somewhat artificial, but if I can get moves like knight g6 and b4, I should be fine. And a3 feels a little bit soft to me. Now we'll go b4 next to develop my bishop with tempo, and if d6, there's always fe6. e5 is not on the cards because of knight d5, and if knight d2, I will probably castle and look to the future with at least some confidence. So bishop c4 was probably clever. Now if bishop c3, queen c3, knight e4, there is there's queen g7. Then I can give a check on g5. Also ed5 is possible. ed5, bishop d5, queen g5. Doesn't quite seem to work. Okay, I guess I'll just castle. If fe6, fe6, bishop e6, maybe I can sack the queen. Could be, but I think I'll just go king h8. And with my lead in development, it seems fine with threats of knight e4 as well. So quite logically, he doesn't go for it. But obviously I need to speed up. Okay, we'll go h5. I think if e5, knight g4 is fine. But I'm a little bit worried that my attack on the queen side is not really getting going. Queen e4, I think. Oh, I just blundered. Oh. Huge damage factor here. Bishop f3. d7. It's nothing. cd6. Then knight e5. If rook b8. ed6 seems to win. If d5, there's bishop d5. Guess I have to go for it. He could have just taken back on d6. Okay. Now maybe I have some chances here now. Worst case, I'll try and flag him in a dirty way. I'm teaching the kids about chess, not manners. The more you think, buddy, the happier I am. Especially when you come up with a line that gives me a decent position. So it's gonna go down to the wire, this one. Obviously, right now there isn't a lot of time to. Yeah, it wasn't ideal to have to drop the knight back. But right now it comes down to hustle. Okay, there's a fork. Bishop f2, I think. We'll threaten mate. Because why not? Oh, that's why not. Damn it! Playing really sluggishly here. Okay, let's go for this pawn. You can't think! You can't be thinking. Bishop c3 was there. Okay, we'll change. And then flag. Why was that move not... Flag Ruski. Oh. Okay, he was too slow. He played very well, but he was too slow. Nihal Sarin. I'm sure you know Nihal. He's one of the strongest blitz and bullet players in the world, as well as being well over 2600 in classical, and I think he's only 16 or 17 years old. So this is going to be a tough challenge. But I think I'm up for it. I will go e4 in this game. And either he's not ready or he's doing the old gambit of waiting a little and then making his first move. No, Abdusattorov is not playing. So there are a lot of strong grandmasters, but I think Neill is the strongest. So I think I'm gonna go for another sort of closed Ruy Lopez here, as I had against Janjaya Abdulmalik earlier. And so I call this closed, while others, like after castles or castles 94 and so on, the game would be sort of more open. And this is a little bit of a weird way to play as white, but I think it's been pretty popular recently. We're trying to develop a little bit more actively with c4 and knight c3. And what should I do after knight d7? I don't know. Let's go bishop e3. Knight d4, I think I'll take. And take on d7. Otherwise, my bishop could be really poor. And here I was hoping... I just missed cb2. How can I miss that? It's like the easiest move anybody's ever missed in the history of missing moves. I would say that not only verges on being embarrassing, that is actually embarrassing. But never mind, we'll try and save it. At least there are some scenarios here where my knight could be stronger than his bishop, which is kind of hemmed in by this pawn on d4. So this could be fine. But like objectively only in terms of saving the game. To win from this position would be a tough ask, even in blitz. But I'll try, of course. And he's spending... Oh boy. I missed this as well. Okay, now I'm probably just losing. Okay, this has been really an embarrassing game. If I'm not losing here, there's pretty much no skill involved in that. That's just luck. Because I hadn't seen any of this. Just pure disgusting luck. Bishop e5, I guess. Rook d1. Rook c8, maybe. Looks suspicious to say the least. Yeah, he's ambitious. He's not gonna go for the draw that easily. Yeah, rook b1, the problem was queen h2 and then d3. I think that was just losing on the spot, and yeah, I was really worried about rook c8. I'm probably just losing now. Queen b3, there's rook c3. Nothing to be done there. Do I have anything else than queen d7? Probably not. I think anything wins here. Rook c3 or... Yeah, rook c3, queen g4 is maybe not so clear. Maybe rook c2 is the cleanest. Queen g3 is a decisive threat. Can I do anything at all here? I don't think I can. Queen g3 and queen h2 are threats. King f1, queen f3. That's game over. Okay, I have to try and hustle him. Every day I'm hustling. I'm not gonna be successful here, I think. Let's hope he's gonna be slow today. But it doesn't seem very likely. Oh, he gave up a pawn. Trying to be as annoying as possible. Haha, tricky move. Okay, let's see him try and... Oh, rook e7 is not even still my trick there. Okay. Oh, and then I pre-moved myself out of it. Okay, good game. Good game, Neill. But now I'm playing Gukesh from India, who I think was the second youngest GM. And he's still only, I think, 15 and obviously extremely talented as well. So I'm expecting another tough game here. Yeah, no more of this London stuff. Gonna give him a Benku gambit. Because why not? Wouldn't generally recommend this gambit though. It has the unfortunate side effect of losing a pawn. But it's fine. Oh, that's a problem with castling. That's the problem with castling, yeah. Okay. But you can play another way. You can play with bishop f5, I think. Yeah, I think this is considered to be decent. Bishop g4. He's playing fast, at least. But I think forcing f3 and e4 is a pretty big win for me. So now I have ideas of knight b4, bishop a6, and also knight d7. And he's weak in both of these diagonals. Now a3. I think I'm just gonna jump in still. And why did I jump in? Because I'm a moron, that's why. Okay, we'll go back. Okay, that was really dumb. That was really dumb. But it's fine though. I still have some typical Benku gambit pressure with a solid structure and a couple of half open lines. Now I went bishop a6. And rook b8. Bishop f1, huh? I think I'll grab that one. We'll give a check. And this is starting to look pretty promising for me. I think bishop f1 was not good. Probably needed to do something a little bit more circumspect there. Okay, let's take on c3. I think I'm happy to play an ending here. Takes on a6. Take and then take on a3. Winning the pawn back with, I think, some initiative. bc3 immediately. I don't want to take on e2 and bring his king closer to the center, and I think I'll just keep the queens on. And I think with the structure that we have, his king is gonna be less safe than mine. But yeah, anyway, he decides to not to trade queens. I think in both cases he was worse. But I think trading may have been the lesser evil, since it feels like now I'm pretty much just invading. Probably needs this one, but at least I have knight g4. But also knight d3 looks good. Queen c3. Gradually bringing my troops closer, and eventually I should start picking up some material. King h3 seems natural to escape, but I think I'll just start grabbing now. If he takes, I have rook e2. And I'm also threatening knight f4 now, winning the queen. Now I got queen c2. His only try is maybe f5, but I got knight e5 covering everything. The other knight can go to e8 and then to f6. So it should be very safe. e5, I'll just grab. And I think his position is absolutely hopeless here. f5, I can take on e3, but let's just grab as much as possible, right? I like this game. Apart from that knight b4, knight f6 nonsense, I think it's pretty instructive and really the most you can hope for in a banker gambit game, where you just break through on the queen side, and then you win because your king is safer and your pawn structure is more solid. And I believe she's the sister of Pragg, who I played earlier today. And she is competing for Team Kramnik. Obviously, Team Polgard took the lead now that Nihal won. So I'm not rooting for any team, but I'll try and make that the only only loss, so that they win. Anyway, enough talk. Let's play. Gonna go, I think, for the most double-edged line of the Nimso here, where I get these very ugly double pawns. But I do get the bishop pair and some potential initiative in the center. But it generally isn't very good for other than blitz and perhaps rapid. D6 is sensible. Usually you want to set up a blockade with the knights of some sort. Castles I'm not 100% sure about, because you do allow potentially annoying pin here. But it probably isn't bad, but I wouldn't have allowed it. E5 now. I think I'm just gonna close the shop. And I'll take on G6. Oh, sorry, on F6. Why not? Knight G3, there's F5. let's go queen d2 first, maybe? King h7, knight g3. Maybe there's no reason not to go g4. I feel like it may be a bit blocking, but it looks good positionally. I'm thinking now the queen side is going to be fairly closed, since it's hard to break there anywhere. And it feels like I have an advantage on the king side, and thus I should be better. But obviously, considering the close nature of the position, winning the game isn't going to be easy. And so she goes for b5, which seems a bit overzealous to me. Sort of a hyper accelerated banker gambit, but I think it's a bit too much. I should probably have taken on b5 there. Okay, now we'll go knight h5 first. We check not to allow the knight to get here, and then I'll happily accept the pawn sack. And yeah, b5 was just too much. Now after c4, sorry, bishop a6, I will just fortify my position with c4. If takes cb5, I got two strong passers. And while her king is pretty safe, so is mine. f5, I don't think this works. But desperate times, desperate measures. So I can see where she's coming from here. She's at least trying to open up a little bit. Make my task a little bit more tricky. And bishop a6, yeah, this is very sensible. She definitely chose the best chance here. So I'll go c4. I'm opening up for queen b2, but my king can hide on g3, so I don't mind that. And if rook e8, I will oppose on the e-file. h5 I'm not worried about. I think I'll just bring the rook in. If hg, I can't go fg, but I can also consider other more forcing moves. Now, after rook e8, maybe I could have played f6 on the last move, but I think here f6 is strong. I have a mating threat with queen f5. And then queen h5. And h4, I can hide, but I think I can also just take it. And I'm usually not one for style points, but let's play for the gallery for once. Queen f2, I'll just go king h5. It's not necessary, but a few things in life are necessary, but we still do them. Okay, now she resigned because she was threatening mate there with king g6 with a discovered check, but now after the discovered check I just take the rook, and otherwise I got queen f5 and then either queen g5, queen g7, or queen h5 first and then back.